let me tell you a chilling story that took place in the frozen wastelands of Antarctica in the winter of 1982. It all begins with an eerie sight, a spacecraft silently drifting through space, entering Earth's atmosphere near Antarctica. Whether it crash-landed or simply touched down is never made clear. But whatever was aboard had arrived. Far below, at the icy edge of the world, a husky sprints across the snow, terrified, as a helicopter races after it. One man leans out, shooting at the dog with a rifle and tossing grenades, desperately trying to kill it. The dog doesn't stop, it runs straight toward an American research station, Outpost 31, home to a 12-man scientific crew preparing for the harsh winter. The helicopter lands. 2 frantic Norwegians get out, yelling in their own language. One accidentally drops a grenade, killing himself and destroying the chopper. The second man continues to fire at the husky, screaming hysterically. Confused and alarmed, Gary, the station commander, shoots him dead to protect his team. The Americans are baffled. Why were the Norwegians so desperate to kill a dog? To find answers, helicopter pilot McCready and Dr. Copper fly to the Norwegian camp. They find the place destroyed, burned, torn apart, and abandoned. A man sits frozen in a chair, wrists and throat slit, a clear suicide. In the snow, they uncover the charred remains of something grotesque, not quite human, not quite beast. They bring it back for analysis. Biologist Blair performs an autopsy. Though the creature's body is deformed and horrific, internally it seems human. That night, the husky now in the kennel reveals its terrifying secret. It transforms into a monstrous alien being with tentacles and limbs like a spider or crab and begins assimilating the other sled dogs. The team rushes in and burns it with flamethrowers. Blair's next autopsy is more revealing. The creature is an alien organism that can perfectly imitate any life form it consumes. Even a single cell from it is capable of infection and replication. A computer simulation tells Blair that if it reaches civilization, the entire human population could be assimilated in just over 3 years. Fear spreads like wildfire. Mac and the crew visit the site the Norwegians excavated a massive spaceship buried under the ice for over 100,000 years. Beside it, they find a hollow block of ice where the alien had been frozen. As tensions rise, Fuchs, a fellow biologist, confides in Mac that the alien cells may still be alive even in the burned remains. Blair, increasingly unstable, destroys the radio, helicopter, and kills the sled dogs trying to stop any chance of escape. The crew locks him in a tool shed for safety. They try to develop a blood test to identify who might be infected, but someone sabotages the blood supply. Suspicion and paranoia take over. Isolated, cold, and trapped with a shape-shifting killer, the men no longer trust one another. Fuchs is soon found dead, possibly having burned himself to avoid infection. When Mac returns from investigating, he's accused of being the thing after torn clothing with his name is found. He's locked out during a storm but breaks back in, threatening to blow up the station with dynamite to prove he's human. Then Norris collapses, supposedly from a heart attack. But when Dr. Copper uses a defibrillator, Norris's chest opens up like a monstrous mouth and bites his arms off. Mac incinerates the creature. Its severed head detaches, grows legs, and crawls away before being destroyed. Desperate, MacReady comes up with a plan. Every part of the thing is a separate living organism, so each man gives a blood sample which is tested with a hot wire. When Palmer's blood reacts violently, the truth is revealed he is one of them. In the chaos, Windows hesitates and is killed. Mac tortures both him and the Palmer thing. Only Macready, Childs, Gary and Knowles remain. When they go to check on Blair, they find he's escaped and has been building a makeshift spacecraft under the camp. At that moment, the generator goes out. The thing's final plan is to freeze and wait for rescue. They decide to destroy the base. Gary and Knowles are both killed, Gary by Blair, and Knowles disappears. Mac finally faces the monstrous Blair thing and in a final act of defiance throws a stick of dynamite and blows it all to hell. In the smoking ruins of Outpost 31, Macready stumbles back to the wreckage. There, he finds Childs, who claims he got lost in the storm. Neither man trusts the other. They sit, drinking whiskey, too exhausted to fight, knowing death or assimilation may be inevitable. As the fire fades and the cold creeps in, they wait, watching each other closely, knowing that one of them might not be who they say they are. And with that, the thing ends on a note of suspicion, survival, and silence.